Today I'm going to show you how to search for evidence using the library databases at the University of South Carolina. So the first thing you do is go to the USC homepage, sc.edu. You can search for libraries. Go. First thing that comes up, University Libraries. And then right there on that homepage it says Databases. So click on that. The database that you want to search is Academic Search Complete. So it's right over here on the side. Log in with your network username and password. Top secret. Okay, so here we are. So now in your library database, you could just search Academic Search Complete, which is a nice general database. I often like to go in and choose a few more specific ones. So I generally am doing something around criminal justice, so I would click on the criminal justice abstracts, would also click on the social work abstracts, typically the social science abstracts, and if I'm doing anything around health, the Medline abstracts. And that just makes sure that you have plenty of databases that you're searching and that you're going to get articles that are really suited to the disciplines that you're interested in. So we click OK. We're now active for all those databases. This is usually just default at a Boolean phrase search. So that's basically using little operands like and or whatever to see what to include. And so let's say I want to learn about prisoners and victimization. Search. All right, I got a ton of different articles here, 1 through 50 of 1,400. So this has all sorts of things about prisoners and victimization. I could narrow down that 1450, first of all, really easily by searching only for ones that are full text articles available. Particularly for the purpose of this course, you're going to want to get what are the easiest to access, quickest to access articles. You're also probably going to be searching only peer-reviewed journal articles. So I'm going to tick that box over there. And I only want to really use academic journals for this too. And in fact, I don't want articles from 1917. So let's take it up a notch to a little more current articles because we are interested in, say, the last decade or so. So that should take it down a little bit more. Okay. And often you'll want to use multiple terms. So if I were really interested in prisoners, I might want to search prison. Oh, and see, you can see I've done this before. Prison or inmate or jail or incarceration. That's going to give me anything that has any of those words in it. And you'll see I used an asterisk there as a little wildcard so that it will pick up prisons or prison or prisoners. Same with inmates or inmate, jails or jail, and incarcerated or incarceration, and so on. And I'm looking at victimization. So I can search that. There, I've got even more articles. If I want to look at any given article, I would just click there. Brings up the abstract. I could zip through that, see if it's something I'm interested in. If it is, I could go to the linked full text. Instead, I'm going to go straight back to this page. And I am going to search for women only to narrow the search a little bit. And what you might want to do while you are searching about your research questions for this class, you might want to try a lot of different searches, narrower and broader, to see what's given you some manageable levels of information for your search. So I've still got 600 articles just about women's experiences. It looks like not all of them are about victimization. Let's just focus on women in prisons. So let's take out jail. And then as you scroll through the list, another thing, it's easiest to find these linked full text. Sometimes you have to go through a few steps to get those. You might want to focus on the ones that just say PDF full text. It's right there. You can pull it right up. And you can download the PDF right there. But what you'll want to do is work on your search a little bit, where you're doing progressively narrower or more broad searches, and you will figure out exactly what is manageable to handle for your research question. What actually is something that's within the scope of what you're able to do for this project. And you will have to refine. You will have to probably try a few different alternative forms of words, but I think it's a pretty easy process that you should be able to handle.